30-sekund skræða. Tröll Jötnar Thuse-maidens Wights Dwarfs Þursameyjar framþróun evolution. Freyjukettur norræn menning, websites and online. Please understand our heritage. By all means get inspiration from it. Perform rituals, put amusing pieces on stage, make festivals, build on it. But do not do as has been done hitherto by utter ignorance, lack of understanding, disdain, mocking, contempt, called culture in Iceland. We own many Wights, Wightir, singular, Wightur, a feminine word, she, the Wightur, Wightur in. And this is an old Icelandic postcard. We should awaken them within, understand them, they protect us when we contact them. If we do not care, they fall asleep, and hence do not serve their purpose. We might abuse our land, we might misunderstand our culture, maltreat it. We should not forget to nourish Wightirnar by meðmar, that is, to give back, repay valuables, return a gift for a gift. The dwarfs make Mjöllnir. Our land is as we are. Ignorance of men destroys the land. Our purity makes the land good. Right law have their foundation in the laws of nature. If the contact gets lost, they wither. Man-made law is partial and weak. The cultural and spiritual heritage of a nation evolves according to the laws of nature in her land, and we have to evolve, be nourished from the alert silence, ginnungagap consciousness. Cultural heritage is a nation's culture. It should always be alive and awake in us. It is our beloved and allotted duty to revere it and understand it. Our heritage is not some thin surface value at all. Its profundity is greater than we can imagine, more profound than mind. War siður cannot be used for suppression nor for wars. All that comes from the orderliness of the unified field is evolutionary. What life is for. We should not kill any life. Each living creature is on its evolutionary path. Sinful urður gives a bad skuld. Do not destroy any evolutionary lives. We should show due appreciation for it. We should not be arrogant and stupid. Any bad urður returns to the nation as a bad skuld. We shall not overfeed Fenrir. If we misuse and exploit nature, tension accumulates in her. Stupid urður and consequently a terrible verðandi. Gróttasöngur, Sodoma, Gomorrah are about accumulated imbalance in nature. As we sow, so we shall reap, we hear Jesus tell us. What would that mean? Not some angry, wrathful, avenging, whimsical Mr. God up there somewhere, no. There are limits to what our beloved Mother Nature can take. We shall take care of our acts, our words, our thoughts. They should always be right and nourished by the flawless organizing power. Gróttasöngur at the poem warns us. Fenja, the feather-haired, and Menja, one having lion's mane, enthralled maids, or here perhaps exploited animals. Grinding for avarice, ambáttir enthralled, for the greed which had its due consequences. Are we still enthralling them to have them ruin our land? Are we milking our life-giving auðumbla to the bleeding? In first part of Óðsmál, Karma Kanda addressed to the crude man, we are warned against taking more than needed. Christian Andreas Holmboe claims Vatria, Indra's thunderbolt, also to mean diamond and ground bones, ancient symbol found all over the earth. Charms like these are found in old graves in different places in the world. Lightning of Indra, hamar Thors, swastika, suastika, ancient and well-known luck wish. We should not fall asleep, Thor, see Þrymskviða, as to lose Mjöllnir, many röstum fyrir jörð neðan. Ashman, corrosion, or hamar in the meaning cliff, rock, stone, stone, hammer, cloud, precious stone, the starry skies. Picture from the book Tröll, a prize-winning short story, also available in English translation on Amazon, The Bairn of Trolls. Dvergar, dwarfs, primordial powers, construct contraptions for us, very helpful. Dvergur, he who bends, curves, spoils, kills, yet genius in making gear for the gods for their evolutionary tasks. Their primitive power skills are used to clear for us the way to progress. Snow White cannot any longer dwell among dwarfs. She is on her way to Valhall. We are Snow White. All bedtime stories are called the one and only story, as their concern is the one and the same, us on our spiritual evolutionary path. Yo jagara tam richa kamayante. Word-by-word translation, him, who he, is awake. Him, the sons, stanzas of Veda, find, adopt. Sons of Veda, inspired in Ginnungagap, of Tívatún, Iðavellir. They are a kind of spurs of the pure wisdom. They reach the man, seek him out, catch his attention, if he is awake. Here awake, meaning to have awakened up from the darkness, which the crude ignorant call waking state, one of the three lowest states that need a thorough clean up on our behalf. We have to imbibe the purity, and then ignorance will depart, go away from us. Awake is here not one of the waking deep sleep, REM sleep, lowest ones, but I repeat, about the man who has gotten the purity of waking up from that. First then, awake. Kataha Upanishad, to sit down at the feet of the enlightened Guru. Uttishtartaha, Jagrata, rise, stand up, awaken. Awaken from what you call awake. Awaken to the fourth stage of consciousness. Awake without the connection to oneself is one of the fake states that the ignorant live. Higher states await us. We only have to head for that in life. Consciousness does not come to man. Man is consciousness, and imbibes all orderliness and power from inside himself. That we should do daily, all our lifespans. All is found inside us. Kvasir is a sound. Þursameyjar III, three thurs-maidens, evolution. This is my theory. The wisdom, kvasir, the sounding, son, bon. I granted a favor to the scholars who misread meir, sons, for meyjar, maidens, to find three meyjar as evolution. Mögur, makson, mair, maiden. Mjöllnir, to mill, tröll. Tröll are ignorance and blindness of the crude men, so dense that they so not see their own ignorance. Let's not live in bonds of tröll. Receive the divine ray. Do not favor stagnation, rím þursar. Ray Skírnir, from divinity of Lord Freyr, sent to man, is a heavenly sending. But in Gemiskarðar we are stubborn, reluctant. We there understand nothing other than the glittering stuff of Gemiskarðar. Life is not rings and circles, but cycles. When one ends, another more evolved takes over. We should not get stuck in useless age. A life in dumbness and Gemiskarðar, animals, not men, is unused, useless. We are responsible for our evolution. Nobody does this for us. There is no doomsday. Only our own skuldverðandi. Simply our urður returning. Good to bad, she is ours, and we get her. Man's actions make our future. Future does not make us. Rather, what we do now becomes our future. What a responsibility, what a boon. We shall not wait for someone to come and do something. Nobody ever does anything for us. Sjálfur leið þú sjálfan þig. Illt að eiga annars brjóstum í. Unwise to trust something out there, others. Simply go for fetching the knowledge and wisdom to bring it into human life. Where is human ingenuity? Is that used to destroy our lives and our ambient? Offend all good Wights? What is education for if used only for exploiting purposes? To create tröll of ignorance? Live in stagnation, þursar? We transcend, give meðmar, give back for a gift received to the foundation of nature, and she will care for all our needs unasked. We shall not allow our intellect to make that drastic mistake to believe that we are born to use and abuse everything we can grasp to get money. Uns komu, until came triguna. Tararara, tararara. Skessan, Þursameyjar, nature gallantly enters the stage. Nature is in our hands. I hope we are worthy of that trust. These words, uns komu, indicate the perfection and serenity of Tívar playing Teitir. Þursameyjar III are the rulers of the world, qualities of árborna ámátka, nature. Árborin, born at the beginning, so not eternity. Nature comes into being along with Askur Yggdrasils, who will last until Ragnarök, big rip or big crunch of our universe. But Freyja will, for sure, see to it that jörð rís á ný, earth arises anew. Sól and máni will be again, waterfalls, green meadows, and an eagle flying high. Our Freyja will never be Thursum gefin, married to Þrymur Thus, Þrymskviða. The power in us shall never again fall asleep, Þór, Þrymskviða. We have to find Iðavellir without the triguna, Þursameyjar III. Find where Tívar tefla Teitir í túni, But tune is dynamics, unbelievable power, not to be comprehended by human brain, but yet accessible and can be made use of, as we are this oft-spoken Tiva tune. From here we take action, easily, as we are humans. Ginnungagap is the only there is. Odin Vilivie Rishi Javata Chandas. Within Ginnungagap space a cache gets created by the seeking of Odin Vilivie. Search and look for, and that something is sure to be found. Some say, find what? Not institutions for sure. Jesus did not mean warfare, bloody conquests, nor man-made institutions and their strategy for power and money. Odin seeks Vili, goes to find out, finds Vie, hin helgu Vie, the holy knowledge. But mind you, this marvelous project of Odin Vili Vie should not be cut out of context. We have to find ourselves, search and find ourselves, our own consciousness. We are always looking for that something, much talked about in Óðsmál. The hack is that we look for it in the wrong places. Some claim to find this search for happiness, but in the wrong place. They think they need money and institutions, and of course, then they need to work for these happiness-giving money, which they pay to the institutions that promise the happiness, if we pay them money. Over and over again, gleipir drekin sólina okkar, the dragon swallows our sun. Then she is lost to us. We have not the faintest clue of where she could be. We appease ourselves by believing that she has never been, and is worthless anyway. We are lost. Some röstum fyrir jörðu neðan, Þrymskviða. She is not. Gideon's soul, God the Son, is, only is. We have to live her in us, find her. Seifur, Zeus, Sky Father, swam from Phrygia to Creta, carrying Europe, daughter of King Agenor, on his back. Her mates ran away in fear, but she was not afraid. Now we eat bulls, kill bulls, mistreat bulls. Is the blasted Kali Yuga still here? Europeans in EU make rules on how we eat sin, rules on killing and eating sin. What kind of skuld awaits us? What does Guten Morgen Europa mean? Should rather be welcome Satyuga. Killing is a sin, no matter who is killed. It is a sin, clocks the sieve of sin. Marvelous bull games on Creta are there no longer, only found on ancient pictures. Horrible bull mistreatment has been called amusement and art in Spain in Kali Yuga. Is it a game or profitable work to rack the life out of an innocent animal? Is that the superiority of man, to understand that the animal reacts by its inherent nature, cannot do anything else? It fights for its life in its way, and men pay for watching? Altamira cave pictures are 13,000 years old. We should revere bulls. Soon this horror in Spain will be blown off. We shall change the Kali Yuga of Dark Ages into Satyuga, where we respect all life and understand the evolutionary path of every being. We are Brísingamen Freyju, her shining jewel. Do we not perceive of what that indicates? Freyja is Gyðja of creation. Þursar are old, now useless stages of evolution. Edda poem Þrymskviða. What are we going to do? We regulate nature. We are responsible. We rule in our life, and we bear the responsibility for all life on earth. We should be concerned that all beings are on their evolutionary path, as are we. Are the trinkets we receive from our senses all that we care for? At all costs, however obtained? Ymir is our beautiful sounding word, a sound that came into being in the beginning. The flickering universe is simply gungnir, vibrations, superstrings, and ymjandi sound waves. The gods arrange the possibilities of the sound. Ymir is the ymjandi, sacred hljóð, sound. We shouldn't forget where from it emerges. In Mimir Smriti, who is all memory, is Shruti, hljóð heimdallar fólkið, kept. Ripples that we create in the abyss of consciousness become a huge wave, gangleri gangalahari, which creates effects everywhere in no time. This curiosity process creates ripples, creates space. Where something is provoked, creation comes to take part in the fun. Our intellect makes the mistake to live from the trinity, the split up, the ripples, made in the gap by the curiosity idea. The seeking hides reality. We forget to live by the perfection of Ægir, profundity. Forget to live from the orderliness of Rán. In this kind of mistake of our intellect, we create a lot of useless stuff, keeping Jötnar busy with the sweeping up task of theirs. If they and the vultures cannot keep up with us, world is in a crisis. How do we add employees to the trash department? Only that which is in flow with Thund, in flow with Dharma, that which upholds, only that which supports evolution, only that which does not violate the laws of nature has come to be. The rest is Jötnar feed. They work overtime in bad times, day and night, to keep a balance. Compare my theory, creative Æsir and eating up Jötnar, to Bose fields and Fermi fields of physics, the broken symmetry which goes back at Ragnarök. Jötun is derived from Jyotish, light, and is the corrosion of useless stuff. Jötnar work for evolution and against the disaster of filling up with rubbish. Great work, but watch out, they should not be free radicals who eat up our living bodies from within. They have no appetite for pure physiology. Pure men die young, however old they become. Now we have started to wage peace on earth. We find our inner peace, that is within all men. The ever-awake serenity is here. We make use of it to calm the whole world. From within ourselves we bring out the orderliness, peacefulness, power, which is many million times more powerful than the sum of all armies of stupid men. Marishi epic for peace. We are the army of Einherjar that changes our beautiful world into heaven on earth. Þjóðvitnir is contemplating the possibility of getting a bit evolved soon. He says, the vanity brought to you by the senses is first-class stress makers. Jötnar will sweep up when you empty the garage. Þjóðvitnir is all fun. My pleasure. As would be expected from him as he is running a stress business. But we can't be happy without stress. A body full of stress is exposed to Jötnar. We can perform Skírnismál ritual. Available in English on Amazon. By all means understand our spiritual and cultural heritage. By all means get ideas from it. By all means make pieces on stage from its extraordinary myths and poems. But do that with understanding and respect. Not the stupid disdain we too often see in Iceland. Understand the abyss. Then we awaken all good wights within with great joy. They deserve that from us. They will show gratitude. It is good to have them here for us. Midgard's ormur could be equator. Fornir siðir, ancient traditions, are also found south of equator. Of course, they down there have summer when we have winter, autumn when we have spring. The Roman Empire stole the surface of ancient cultures in Europe, exported it to the southern hemisphere without any understanding. They understand mammon, money, and conquests, but do not care about understanding the profundity of siðir. Guðrún Dimblá, my teacher, Marishi, Indian physicist, an enlightened man, points out to us where to find the knowledge and the understanding, and he teaches us the technique to transcend nýsa niður. Best of thanks, Marishi, my great teacher. Website and online, all books on Amazon. Freyju Gerður Norræn menning. Óðsmál is the key to the abyss of spiritual Edda, ancient Norse heritage, myths and poems, profound science of consciousness, allegory, symbolic language, etymon, new theories, the real meaning rediscovered. Learn to understand symbolic language, allegory, abyss of meaning, etymology, profound understanding, the beauty of our forefathers' wisdom, and become literate in the broader sense. We shall understand why we decide to be born, what the real and only purpose and goal of our lifespan on earth are. Find the sheer beauty and profundity of our reverend forefathers' wisdom, knowledge, science of life, science of consciousness. We shall understand and appreciate the wisdom contained in our priceless spiritual and cultural heritage. Þursameyjar evolution, my theory. Þursar, old stages, now useless. Tröll ósvinna, avidya, ignorance. Mjöllnir, to rid us of tröll. Jötnar, corrosion, sweeping up, but they should not become free radicals in our bodies. Óðin creation. Freyja, creation.